Hey guys, okay, guy on YouTube there wanted to know what it was like, what happens when you die, or what it's like when you die. And basically, I'll give you much detail as I can, man. Pretty awesome. So, um, right now I'm in a place called St Lucian. St Lucian. Lucian. St Lucian. And it's like a town, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you 3 experiences I had, no 4, that I had that I saw the town, where I was out in town. And one just happened like a minute ago. I just woke up from it. And pretty cool. I had another experience yesterday in St Lucian. St Lucian. In Christ's house. And I had one a while ago in a hospital in St. Lucian, and I had one last night where I was out having a party. So what happened was, what happens when you die, you go to the light. Well, if you're in the light, if you have a light, inner light, you go inside yourself. You don't know it. You're just perceiving, holy shit, outside. But you're actually going inside yourself. When you go inside yourself, you go up. You go up into the light, which is inside yourself. So the light inside yourself becomes your surrounding. The light is where you're living, but you can't see it because no one told you it's there. So the light inside yourself is the level in which you're going to go to. Once you go into the light, you feel all the love and compassion in heaven. You become that environment, and there's big, huge, you leave the blackness, you go into a hole or a tunnel, whatever it may be. My experience was I went up to a hole in the sky. I'm in blackness when I died. I went up, and there's people yelling at me from a hole of light in the sky. And the closer I got filled with love and compassion. And then all my relatives are telling me to come to the light. Don't do anything, just come to the light. So when I got to the light, I woke up. But when you get to the light, boom, it's another world. And the light is in your heart, okay? Your inner light, your spark. So, that being said, that's what happens when you get to the light, that you get all the love and kisses and hugs and stuff, and everybody gets you, make sure you're alright, how you doing, you talk about what happened, how you died, what's going on with all your relatives and everything. And then Jesus comes, he takes you off, he takes you away, and then gets your fucking brains oriented. Only takes a few minutes. Mostly, as soon as you get into the light, you remember everything. Everything. You don't even want to be, trust me, you don't even want to be down here. It's like when you get into the light, it's like everything, all the problems, all the crap, all the shit from down here and your body and all your pain and all your suffering is gone. You're like a newborn, man, and you're light. And you can't believe how light you are. It's like this body is like a bag of lead, and when you leave it, you're like, holy mackerel. But you retain your form, okay? So that's when you get into heaven. Then they do a life review on you, and then you talk to some pro Jesus guys, whatever. They do a life review in a couple days. They situate you up with your friends, relatives. They give you a place to sleep and everything and stuff like that. Or you just go back to your old house, you know, stuff like that. And then, whatever, you know, they do a life review on you, find out, are you moving up, doing this, where you gotta go. They find out your problems, they do this, they do all these, what I'm telling you here, all these lessons, all these tests, all these psycho tests, they do it to you, they tell you. And if you need to go in this direction in your understanding, or what you did wrong, what you did bad, they tell you what you've done by your experiences. And you don't have to tell them your experiences, but you do, because that's what you do. And they don't have to tell you, they already know. They know everything. Every fucking thought. Everything. So don't even bother trying. Because it's all Christ. And this isn't Christ consciousness, by the way. Okay, if you're a Christian. I don't know about the other religions. What happens with them. But this is talking Christianity. More or less all the different factions of Christianity all blend in there. And anyway, then you get situated up there in the lake. They do all that, and then you're allowed to travel. You can go down. Now you're way up. You're above the 8th tier or whatever. Let's say you're in the lake. That's for me. I go to the 8th, 9th, 14th tier in the lake. That's where I live. My inner light is like the 14th tier in the lake. Now I can go higher. I think they said I live higher up there, not too much higher, but in the lake. But that's where I go when I die. But you can come down, all the way down to the first tier in the astral plane, in the lower astral, right? So you got the first tier in the lower astral, which is like right next to the illusion, this reality. So all the ghosts you see walking around, the ghosts you see walking, the stuff like that, interactions with your reality from entities, these things, you live in the first illusion, close to this reality. So half of what you're seeing is crossovers from your perception. Okay, so if one day you're really mellow and you're sitting there and you see some ghost walk by, well, it's actually him in the illusion walking down the street. Okay, doesn't mean he's bad. You're just seeing where he's at, and he walked by you and you saw him. From his perspective, he walked by and saw you sitting in a chair, and he's like, holy shit, a ghost. But he's actually seeing in the illusion. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is if you're down here, wherever your heart's at, wherever you're seeing. You can see people in the 9th illusion. You can see people from the light, depending on where you're seeing from your heart. Okay? So always bring your inner light to your head, and you get to see all the different aliens, ghosts, dimensions, and stuff like that, because you can only see them through your inner light from your spirit. This is just a receiver, calculator receiver, your brain. That's basically all it is. Mechanical computer chip to run your body, senses and stuff, and receiver. But in order to see in the spirit world on all these different levels, from the inner light down to the lower astral, you got to see through your inner light. So when you meditate and you cross over, bring your spirit through your third eye. Okay? Pretty soon your third eye will open up, and pretty soon you'll be seeing from your feet. You can see from your feet, for Christ's sake. You take yourself right out. Anyway, that's beyond that. So basically that's it. And then Christ goes, well, okay, let's say he sticks you in a place. These are different places, a couple of different places that I know. To me, I'm visiting these places. Right now, I'm down here in the lower astral, more or less, because I'm physical, in a physical body, and I can't hang out in the light. And the Christs that need to heal me from the physical to the soul, they gotta close my skins up and heal me. But when I die, I'm going straight to the fucking light. And I already know that. They told me. The Christ up there, he talks to me all the time. He goes, how you doing down there, man? Stuff like that, you know. And he says, well, this is your home, so when you're ready. Well, you know, and he doesn't say when you're ready, but this is where I'm going to go when I die, okay? So, then I will go up there, meet all my friends, relatives, my family, settle all that crap, do the life review thing. They already done 3 on me, 3 life reviews, not 4, on me, and since I've been sick. And now I'm into the second tier of the light that I can physically go to, like soul go to. Any higher than that, and my teeth hurt, my eyes hurt, I get constipated, I'm uptight, I can't feel anything. Just because I'm in the body, okay? That's the only reason. If I wasn't in this body, I could be out there, if not higher, just fucking, yeah, hanging out, man. Okay? So basically, that's it. Right now, I'm in the I'm in the third tier, down in the lower astral. I call it lower astral, 5 down, 5 up, more or less. So 5 down is the lower astral, 5 up. It only goes to 9, but up is the higher astral. So I'm down the lower astral, down closer to this illusion reality. So, and Christ is healing me there, and he's doing a good job. It drives me absolutely insane, but whatever. So I'm down there, and I'm in a place called St Lucian, and he threw me in the hospital where they started separating the spirit world, my connections from my loved ones, and healing my skins for the longest time. And some of the experiences, the hospital is just boring, it's a hospital, right? And it's just like a normal hospital, they heal you. And they let me go out in St. Lucian one day, and I was running around the streets, and basically, St. Lucian, I'll tell you my experiences. I'm on a street, a main street through the town, and my cousin, who's alive now, his soul lives there. His soul lives there. Okay? And basically we're all Christians, Christian family. We're not hardcore religious Christians. We're just normal people. We don't even believe in religion, for Christ's sake. But we're with Christ. We don't even believe in religion. Never been to church. My whole family, more or less, brothers, sisters, my cousins. So that's what, but our soul. So I am walking down the street. I know my cousin's here. My cousin's here. So I run down the street, and he's in a quarry at the edge of town. Great big rock quarry. And he's looking for crystals. Crystals that he's digging up. Like quartz crystals. And we're both like geology and rocks and crystals and dinosaurs and bones and shit. And we always get our metal detectors out and go find things like that. Or dig it up in the layers of mud, like bones and stuff. And prehistoric bones, dinosaurs, whatever. We dig up old logs that have been there for 10,000 years in the clay. Like you go down to Lake Erie, and there's these big cliffs, and they're all layers of clay, and there's big bones sticking out of the clay. They're like fucking 10,000, 20,000 years old, okay, if not more, 100,000. I don't know. I never really dated it, but it's thousands of years. So he's down there doing that, and I go, "Hey man, what are you doing?" He's like, "I'm looking for these crystals." He's digging around for crystals, and so I get up and I'm like, "Okay, why don't I go ride around a little bit?" So I go back up on the street, and I'm riding my bike downtown, and there's shopping centers like shoe stores, and it's not like Walmart, okay? It's like mom and pop shops for shoes and clothes and grandma clothes and baby clothes, stuff like that. And then there's a bar and there's a place where you can get food, okay? And it's just like here. There's people walking and shopping on this road through the town. And there's houses people live in, apartments, it's all quiet. There's the odd car that goes by. I'm on a bike and I'm riding it. So I'm into this one town. It's like Chatham. Okay, it's like you got the old buildings, then you got houses on the outside, and then there's the odd car that goes by, vehicle, and you're on a 2-lane road through town. Like, you got St. Thomas. These are towns in Ontario. St. Thomas, St. blah blah blah, St. this blah blah blah. Different towns in Ontario, right? So it's the same thing there. This is called St. Lucian. This is a town of St. Lucian, okay? But it's a big ass town. It's more like London, Ontario, It's huge. So anyway, I'm riding down this street, one of the main streets, and I come to this old place, and it looks like old France, okay? Or old France or old England. It's all brick. The road all of a sudden turns to brick, and it ends. And this is St. Lucian. And all of a sudden I'm on brick. and the houses are all old rock, and there's a thing going up, and there's a girl over there, and she's naked doing yoga. And I'm like, oh, so I gotta go over there, right? You know, and pretend I'm riding my bike and not staring at her. And I'm like, I can't even believe it, right? And she's like naked, she's fucking hot. So I'm riding over there, as soon as I get up there, she's gone. I'm like, yeah, that's right. So she willed herself away, or she woke up. She woke up here. So you're seeing people in their dream, or in meditative state. Say there's a girl doing yoga, meditating, and she's naked. Okay? She's dreaming in the body of doing yoga, or she's meditating doing yoga. All of a sudden she pops in to St Lucian, and here she is doing yoga, naked. Bonus. So you're seeing her, and all of a sudden you get up close to her and you start hooking up to her. She disappears, right? She just woke up back into the illusion. Now, if you're dead, you probably would have stayed there. You probably wouldn't have been naked because you probably would have known it. I figure she was dreaming, okay, in the illusion, in physical reality. So when you go to bed at night, your soul goes, whoop, pops up in St. Lucian, and you run around and play. Okay? Now that is where your soul is. And you're there with, you know, Christ. And it's a Christ community, more or less. Okay? It's a Christian community. But everybody from every religion, Muslim, everything, black, white, red people, Chinese people, everything, can go there. They're allowed to go there and hang out. It's just like normal world. But there's no money, okay? So that was one experience I had. And I got up to the girl, and I rode past her place where she was doing the yoga. She was gone. And I rode up between the houses, and there's garbage sitting outside waiting for the fucking garbage truck. There's piles of rocks. There's cats running around. And I'm like, man, this is just like real life. Couldn't believe it. I mean, it looked like old France or something like that. Or Greece, something. But it was all rock, like normal rock houses with the big thick wooden window frames that were black, stuff like that. So that was one experience I had. Another experience I had at St. Lucian was a hockey game. I was at a hockey game. And, no, sorry, scratch that, that was higher up. I'll tell you the one tonight I had yesterday. So I'm Christ said he took me from the hospital and moved me into his place, his house. So he's taking care of me because I'm really unruly. And that's where you go if you're unruly. You go to St. Lucian because it's more or less right on the boundary of this illusion, right? So it's the second, third. He told me it's the second, third illusion that St. Lucian's in. And I was outside doing something. I can't remember. It wasn't exciting. I didn't even remember. And then I come in the house, and there's these watermelons around. I had to go pick up watermelons or something. I had to go to the store and get some watermelons. And I came back with the watermelons, and I put them on the counter, and there's people. There's Christ sitting in a couch reading a book. His wife is in there in the kitchen with two kids, and I come in with some watermelons and I put them on a counter, and I go, oh, I think I gotta go now. I think I gotta go, and she goes, well, hold on. She goes, I just squeezed you some orange juice, and she takes this big container of orange juice and she fills up a glass for me, and I'm drinking it, and I'm like, oh wow, this is good, and it tastes just like orange juice. And it's ice cold, and I'm like, wow. And I drank the whole glass. She goes, here, this is for you. I made it for you. And I'm like, thanks, man, thanks. And these two kids were making fun of my words. And I call ghosts that I see here, ghosts that come into my apartment, I call them looky-loos, right? I call them looky-loos. And the two kids, there was two little kids, not my kids, two little kids sitting at the table, and they're going, looky-loos, looky-loos, and they're all laughing, calling, because they like the words, they don't hear it too much, like different words, from the culture here. So and I'm laughing at them. And I gotta go. I'm going. All of a sudden, I wake up and I'm in my bed. I wake up and I can still hear them talking. Okay, the kids are going lucky loo, right? And I'm laughing at them. And Chris goes, "Enjoy that orange juice." My wife, he goes, "My wife freshly squeezed it for you," and I'm like, "Awesome, man, awesome! Thank you." And he's just laying there reading a book, right? In this house. And the house is just like a normal house. Kitchen, pots and pans, herbs hanging, spices and stuff. And she's cooking. Kids are at the kitchen table eating. One had a sucker in her mouth. But the kids were like a little distorted because they didn't have like when you like integrity, skin integrity. So the kids were like, and their skin would bubble out. Not bubble out, but just like morph. It would morph because they're kids. They're just playing. They don't care, and I don't even think they had a lifetime in the illusion to solidify any skins. Like when you die, you'll look like you're 18. Say you're a fucking 80 and you die. Well, you'll go back at your prime, man. You want to be back in your prime. So all of a sudden, you just go right back into your prime when you're like 16, 18, and you look like you're 18. And so basically, that's what that is. Then that was yesterday. I woke up. This morning I woke up in the illusion. I just woke up right now in the illusion, and I'm walking down the street with a couple buddies and a couple guys, and we're looking for a place to go hang out. And so we were getting ready to cross the road to go to this pub, and it's like dusk. It's like 9 o'clock or whatever, and we want to go have some beers. So we're going to this bar across the street, and all of a sudden, out of the street, like 30 bikers came. Okay, I'm perceiving this is reality. So when I'm going out to the pub, I'm going to a pub where I don't want to get a fight. Okay, because every time I go to a pub at night, I get in a fight. People start fucking with me, right? And I don't want that. So I'm like, let's go across the street. Looks like a nice place. And it's a pub, have some beers or whatever. So we go, and all these bikers cross the street, and they're all going to the pub. And I'm like, well, we gotta find another one, because I ain't going in there. I ain't fucking fighting no fucking bikers. And I don't actually go and fight, okay? I just be sitting there, and I'm looking around. One guy staring at me across the table, and within 10 minutes, me and him are fighting. So fuck it. And I don't even know what the fuck I'm fighting about. He just wants to fight me for some reason. So whatever, that's my reality here. So, and that's what happened in the Coach and Horses. And so we go into this one bar, and it's like the Coach and Horses in Windsor, right? Because we always used to go there, and I always used to get in a fight there. So I don't want to fucking go there. I don't want to fight. But it's the daytime, and it looks kind of nice in there. But it reminded me of the Coach and Horses and the dream. But it wasn't a dream. This is what I'm doing in St Lucian. So we go into there. There's 3 of us. We sit down. And I pull out my wallet, and I got $15, like 3 5s, right? And I'm like, oh shit, I ain't got enough for 3 beers for the guys and myself. We can't even have 1 beer, and I'm ready to drink 10, right? I'm like, fuck, I never have enough money. And all of a sudden, my buddy waves 3 like that, and I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm like, we can't. Stan, I got enough money, and he's not responding. He won't even look at me, right? So all of a sudden, the girl shows up. And she's looking at him. She's looking at my buddy. And she just, hey, talking to him. I don't hear what they're saying. And the waiter girl, she's a cute little hottie. Black hair. She had brown eyes. And an apron on. And she was like totally godsmacked by this guy I'm with. And I'm like, hey, honey, I'm right here. Don't look at that chump. Look at me, right? This is when I'm laughing. I'm laughing in my head. I want to say that to her. Like, hey, I'm right here. It's just goofing around, nothing serious. So I'm looking, and she hands us 3 beers. They look like Heineken or a steam whistle or something, right? And so I'm drinking it. It was nice and cold. Oh, it was fucking beautiful. So I'm drinking it. And then she hands us these 3 little vials, right? And I'm looking at this little vial, and it's like a little test tube vial. And It's like that long. It looks like a cigar, but it's glass or plastic, and it has a label inside, and it has this green goo liquid, like a thick watery green liquid, and it has a label in it like a cigar label, and I can't understand. And so I see there's a guy next to me. I don't know who he is, but he's smoking a bong. Okay, he's smoking a bong. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, right? So I popped the top off, a little plastic top, and I started drinking it. It was full of this green liquidy stuff, like half full. So we're drinking it, and they're drinking it, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this is terrible. What is this stuff, right? And it tastes like marijuana, right? And I'm going, is this fucking bong water I'm drinking? I go, since when are they're serving bong water, right? And that's what I'm thinking it is. It's like fucking thick, gooey bong water. And then I'm like, this is terrible, right? And I'm drinking it, but I'm getting high, right? I drink it and I get high. What do you do? And I have a swig of beer. I have another taste of this stuff. Then I have a swig of beer to, wash it down. And my buddy, he ain't talking to me. This guy, the guy in front of me, the other guy, he's got curly red hair, and red freckles. And he's more, I don't know. Anyway, I know him, but I don't know these two guys, right? And all of a sudden, I wake up in my bed, and I'm going, I'm still drinking this stuff in the test tube, right? It's like a test tube, and I'm like, I go, Jesus Christ, what the hell kind of dream was that? And he goes, all of a sudden the guy next to me was Jesus, and he goes, Christ, he goes, that stuff don't taste too damn good, does it? I'm like, yeah. And I go, was that you in the dream? And he goes, yeah, who do you think it was? And I go, I thought it was just some guy. And I go, well, that explains why the girl was staring at you like a freak. And I'm like, I go, dude, no more party with you. You're taking all the fun away. I can't even hit on the girls, right? And he's like, he goes, that's funny. He goes, that's why you're going to have some fun. And basically he got me out of the hospital. I've been there for like months. And he took me out, got me drunk so I could hang out, run around, have a good time. And so that's what we're doing. And that's St. Lucian. And St. Lucian was, you go in there, you have beers, it's just a pub, whatever. There's no money. You can drink till you puke your guts out. Basically, he said, it's just like a town where you're from. All different cultures mix. They're pretty cool. They fight and they bitch and they argue. And it's pretty much just like here. But it's within Christ, more or less, the mayor. Sort of like, look at it like that. Christ is the mayor. Or the keeper of the town, sort of thing. So there you go. And there's no money, so you don't gotta worry about money. There was money for me, but you didn't need it. Maybe because he was Christ and he just gets shit for free. I don't know. But he said no. He goes, you can sit in that bar and drink all day, and people will serve you. So that's part one to St. Lucian. I'll do another part right now. So go to it and watch it because I can explain more.